All right. Anything? Oh, let's talk about the Camster mounts. All right. So these are our new Camster mounts, and for any of you that own our Camber mounts, uh, I hopefully you'll be happy about this. But this is a new version. We should have thought of this like 4 years ago or whenever we released our camber mounts. So this is basically our fixed camber mount, but it's called the Camster because it affects the camber and caster now. So you gain about the same, about 1.5 degrees of camber, like our original camber mount, but it adds a degree of caster. And so this has distinct handling benefits. And specifically, what we're thinking here is if you're going to get the camber, you can get the caster too. And there's a little bit of room in the wheel well that we could actually move things back into that spot and optimize the amount of camber and caster at the same time. So these are dropping tomorrow. They are live. If you'd like to hand on them, they are live on the website currently, I believe. And
Can you explain why people would want more caster?
yeah, so caster specifically gives you a better camber curve during or under compression, suspension compression, which is really when you want it. So when you go into a corner and you turn, the weight of the car shifts to the outside, and it compresses. And when you can have a more optimal camber, then you can keep a lot of that camber instead of the car leaning to that wheel.
It also sets you up to that point. You're going to turn the wheel. That caster and that pivot peg is kicked back. So as you turn the wheel, you're going to get more effective camber on that tire's contact with the road. So that's really where caster comes into play.
Yeah. So I'll warn you too. We are coming out with just a caster mount, which is probably 3-4 months out, and so that mount will just be all caster, no camber. And so the idea there is you run the caster mount with our ball joints on this is all like MQB stuff, and then you can get all the camber down at the bottom and all the caster up at the top. So we'll be able to get even more caster than 1 degree.
It's like 2 or 2.
Yeah, and that's going to be a really nice setup too. If you don't want to go to that extent and you want to get the camber and caster combined, this is a really great option. We're really excited to make this available. So
caster is something that a lot of people don't typically play with, but it's huge.
It's not
you can't. And you can just kind of think of it as like dynamic camber, I guess you could say. Where you want it, you get more camber, and as you're loading up that tire, the more caster you have, the more camber that wheel's going to have on the ring as you're trying.
And if you ever want to see the importance of caster, look at when a factory has turned a stock car into a race car, and you'll see that the upper strut mounts are moved back basically to the base of the windshield. And in a lot of the old Audi race cars, they actually rebuilt the whole strut tower and firewall area so that the strut mount is basically into the windshield.
Yeah, they cut it out and moved it back
But the suspension gets leaned back like this, and it gives a really great camber curve dynamically under.